a chair and let's chill. Let's party, let's talk and let's build. Yeah, alright, let's talk over drinks.
We're back from commercial break. My name is Fauconier, the guy Markel Prines, talks over drinks. Next guest, we staying on the hip hop, y'all. Next guest, like Bars Nice was just saying about the whole Alma Mater project. That's how I came on this next artist. I know I was way late because I tried to interview him for Virginia Wright, and he was like, "You need to do your homework, son." And when I started going back over what I missed and found out how awesome this man was and how his wordplay and his lyricism was like a cut above everybody. I mean, everybody. When he said Donald Trump was going to be wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt at ObamaCon, I was like, wait a minute. I was driving down to Hampton. I was like, wait a minute. I was still on the first 2 Motivation Mondays.
Right.
On my way to Hampton. I ain't past that. I don't even really know what else to say, but I'm going to say this. Big Sty is in the building. Come on down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My man.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Thanks
Pleasure.
for coming out.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
So, we're going to do the selfless plug for E&J.
Oh, yeah.
VSOP.
Well, shit, if they cut
Everybody
the
didn't
check,
know me.
if they cut the
VSOP.
check,
Know what it is.
Y'all need to cut
Yes,
the check.
cut the
Talks
check.
over drinks. Markel Prines.
E&J, I'm coming.
Corey Fauconier. Big Sty.
Been repping for
Bars
over
Nice.
20 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Bully Camp.
Coming for
Bully
my check.
Boy.
Yes.
We get it. VSOP.
I'm coming for my check.
Star front. Star front.
Yes.
This is it.
Yes, sir.
Next time around, we plugging somebody else's
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
Right.
Oh, we're not showing.
Yeah.
We're not showing.
Right.
Bottle, cups, all that.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
style.
Yes, sir.
So, the lyricism is crazy.
Appreciate it.
Take us down the road to kind of where you was, what started you, why you had to do It's a Problem, and why you had to grab the industry by the throat, the bidding wars, everybody wanted you,
Right.
and where you at right now.
It's a Problem came at the end of 2003. My manager at the time, this is around the time when being on a major DJ's mixtape was a big thing. So my manager was plugged into K Slay, and he was like, "Hey, I can get you on K Slay's next mixtape." So he was like, "I got a CD full of beats." Shout out to Dap, by the way, my man Dap Mangaroo. And so I got the CD, I'm listening to tracks, and one morning I wake up, just like the song says, in the beginning I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So everybody gonna get it today. So, and that's how it
everybody
started.
got it.
You know,
Everybody.
I woke up, I was in grumpy mood. I'm looking at this when TRL was still popping.
No doubt.
And so, you know, back then, if you remember 2003, Nelly and Ja Rule and all that was running it. And it was like, I'm getting angry, you know, these pop rappers,
Right.
You know, this ain't real.
He said these
See
pop
it.
rappers.
That's what they were.
You know,
Yep.
no disrespect.
That's the
it's a
truth.
lane for it.
That's the difference
but
between hip hop
it's like,
and, you know.
these ain't real MCs.
Right.
You know?
No doubt.
My mindset was I spit better than all these dudes.
No doubt.
So I'm angry. So I'm listening to beats and I'm just playing around with some bars because I don't write, you know, on paper. So I was just thinking of bars just coming up. And by the time I got to about 8 bars, I was like, hold up, this might be something. I was just, you know. So I called my manager and I spit it for him on the phone. And he was like, yo, that's crazy. His reaction, when people give me those reactions, that's when I know I got something. So he was like, yo, that's crazy. He was so hyped. He put his brother on the 3-way, and his brother said the same thing. Yo, that's crazy. You got to finish that. So I think I finished it that night, and I recorded it the next day. And
Where'd you record?
at my man Franklin Roberts' house. Shout out to Franklin Roberts, Yanni Idea. I recorded it at their house, and that's where I used to do all my recording at.
Right.
And because matter of fact, at the end of the song, when you hear the girl scream, "Oh my God," that's a real reaction because everybody was in the room when I recorded it, and they had never heard it though. I recorded it in one take. And that was her real reaction, like, oh my God, like, you know. I was like, keep that in there, because I like it.
Right.
And, but I remember Franklin, right after we recorded it, everybody was hyping first. We went downstairs, and when me and him was having a drink, and he was like, Sty, you can't put this record out. He's like, that record is hot, but you can't put it out. I said, for the same reason you scared of this record, that's
gotta
exactly
come
why
out.
I gotta do it.
put it out.
No doubt.
You know, and we submitted it to Lonnie B. Shout out to Lonnie B.
Shout out Lonnie B, son. I met Lonnie B. Let me tell you when I
That's
met
my
Lonnie
dude.
B, son.
Really?
I was working as a bank teller at Bank of America on Midlothian Turnpike. And I seen this dude standing in line with a Low End Theory tour jacket. I said, who the fuck is this?
Right.
He rolled up and said, I'm Lonnie B.
Right.
I said, what?
Yeah. But
Shout out Lonnie B, son.
And Lonnie had always played my music. And one of the things about Lonnie is he gonna give you an honest reaction.
Right.
If he liked the record, he played it. Now, if he didn't, he'd be like, Sty, this ain't it. And I respect that. I don't, you know, as a DJ, you know, as an artist, you don't know what the crowd is going to be into.
Right.
So I respect a DJ's voice when they say, nah, this ain't, give me something else. And I give him something else and he'll play it. This record, he was like, yo, Sty. Said the same thing Frank said. Like, you can't put this out. He's like, dude, this is... He's like, give me something else, please.
Dangerous.
I said, Lonnie, I told him the same thing. For the same reason it scares you is the reason I need to put it.
No
and we
doubt.
went back and forth, and he eventually was like, you know what? If you just adamant about it, maybe it's something that the culture need to hit.
Yeah.
And I remember the night he played it, he actually put a disclaimer. He said the whole disclaimer before he played it. Like, listen, I want everybody to know. I tried to talk Sty out of this record. But hey, I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with it because hey, I think it's something. But that night, from that night, and that following week, when DJ Foot and Nat played it on their show, shout out to Foot and Nat, my dudes.
DJ Foot, DJ Nat.
When they had Bad Boy Radio, still one of the dopest radio shows ever in Richmond.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
From that day, 2 weeks from, I think maybe a week or two after that, it was everywhere, literally. It was crazy. It's like one of those stories you hear, like a record blowing up overnight. Literally, it was like that. Like
now,
within a matter of weeks, I'm getting...
Right.
Calls from everywhere. Sway, Hot 97, Universal Records, Suge Knight, Jay Prince, Sony. It's all over. I'm getting calls to get booked to go to and do shows in places I ain't never been. So it was like that.
Now, I remember when it came out.
Right.
That's the one big hit that I remember because when you called and told me, I said, who? And he said your name again. I said, East Coast, West Coast? And he told me, and I was like, wait a minute. I know that name. At first, I confused you with one other person. Then I had to look you up. Yeah.
Tupac,
West Coast cat.
Yeah, at first, I confused you with Psych. Then I was like, nah. And then when I heard the joint, they took me back to when I remember when it came out.
Yep.
And in my honest opinion, I believe that song is better than 50 Cent, How to Rob.
That's better than any diss record ever been out, except for No Vaseline, I would say. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody, and the reason I say that, nobody was, I think in other records, people were tempered. You know, they held back some. I ain't hold back nothing.
And you can tell.
I put everything out there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, and How to Rob was more of a club record. Everybody wants to compare it to that. I don't see that.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Because
it was more like a...
His record was more of a
poppy,
concept of, yo, I would rob these. I didn't ever look at that record as a diss record. I thought it was, you know, hey.
Like a comedy.
If
sketch,
this,
right.
yo, I would rob this, you know, it's like comedy. You know what I mean? But this was like, nah.
You say, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I battle any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't scared of none of y'all. I think I'm better than all y'all. And that's the way every rapper, MC should feel.
Right.
You know, now, I may get in the ring with somebody and lose, but they going to know they been in a battle.
No
you
doubt.
Know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, so.
Now you was getting to where I was going to ask you the question about like how did that change, basically your environment, so to speak. Once when you did that song, started getting all the calls, and it's like now you on the radar.
Right.
Now it's like you're somebody that's like you said is different from like 50 song, like Imagine Everything. But now you have somebody saying like, yeah, I don't care who it is. Was it like a lot of
I'm gonna tell
pushback?
you what the weird thing is. Everybody expects something like some drama or whatever, but you know, the guys. I talked to a few artists that I actually diss, and they was like, cool. I saw Jadakiss, and I talked about D Block, and I saw him at the Radio Music Awards, right? And at this time, I had no videos out. And unless you saw me in the XXL issue, nobody knew what I looked like. And most of them didn't. So I would make a point if I'm in a place where somebody that I talked about was at, I'm gonna walk up to you. Not on some but I'm
Right.
gonna, you know, you're never gonna say, oh yeah, he was talking that trash.
Yeah, but he didn't say it to my face.
He was in the building and he was
Right.
scared to come up to, nah, hey, look, so I walked up to Jadakiss, I dapped him up, and I think he thought I was a fan. He was like, yo, what's up? And I said, yo, I'm Big Sty. He was like, whoa. He's like, yo, you go hard. He's like, that's what I like. But nobody, I mean, to me, if you've been in the streets, beef is only real when it's personal.
Right.
If somebody right now in Oklahoma was to diss me that I didn't know, how mad could I really get?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I brought up anybody's personal stuff. I talked about things that everybody knew and then just flipped it and, made it into, some bars. But it's not like, I think it would be different if, the situations with 50 and Ja Rule, that was
Right.
personal. All of those things that when it gets real like that. But yeah, another rapper dissing you. And I think, for me at that time, it was like it became the gift that turned into the curse because, everybody calling me.
Right.
But then what the backlash happens is when everybody that I'm dissing starts calling the label saying, hey, if you sign this dude,
I'm out.
we're not doing business with you. So it became that curse. I ended up getting blackballed out of the whole situation. So, and shout out to Jay Prince and the whole Rap-A-Lot team because they won't scare nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I want to bring up
Jay called me, what?
Everybody got an impression of
Was it
dude.
2 years ago at the crib? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jay, we go.
I would love to talk to him too to ask him what's going on with that
dude,
NBA young boy.
He's everything that you hear.
That's
about.
what people say. Yeah.
And but it's all respect and love, man.
Right.
It ain't, you just don't, he a real street dude. Just don't cross him,
Right.
You ain't got no problems, but as long as he mess with you, you good. But
That's what's up.
don't get on his bad side. I don't think nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I think he left NBA young boy alone, right?
He probably let him live. He
Let him
probably
live
a little bit. You know what I mean? But,
Oh
yeah.
man.
What's wrong with the industry right now?
Oh man, here we
What's
go.
Wow.
Hold on. I mean, hold
Take a
on.
sip.
Now-
Yeah, I might need to re-up.
I'm
And that's
man,
something. That's
I
what
ain't
I
mad at
asked
you.
Swerve. That's what I asked DJ Swerve De Niro.
What's wrong with
What's
the industry? Where do I start?
VSOP. I'm waiting my check. My check.
I think
If it don't come, it's gonna be blurred out.
that question we gotta go back to how hip hop started and what it meant in the beginning before it started making money.
Wow.
When it was all for the love of it
Right.
and the culture and community and all of that.
Right.
First of all, you had diversity in artists, because now it's not about trying to find a market
Right.
to make money. Hey, we just doing this for the love. So everybody has their own individual style, flow, point of view, all of that. And so that's what creates the creativity. That what breeds the creativity when it's not dictated by a dollar.
Right.
Wow.
So
come on, Sty.
what happened to hip hop is no different than what happened to the black community when integration came into play.
Wow, come on, stop.
So hip hop, when the money came in, it's the same mindset. Everybody running to the money. It's no different from integration. Hey, we gotta run to be,
Now we
be
gotta
a
step
part
away
of
from
this.
something
Right.
else. Yep.
Exactly. And it takes away from that community aspect and everything and then all of the values and codes that were the standard that you talked against. Now you
Right, now
talk
you for
about and you become a part of. So that's what, I think happened in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. And now it's a twofold to this answer to this question. Now, we can say that about the culture. Now, the business aspect of it, you have to look at the end of the day, what people misunderstand is the music business is a business. It's about making money. So they are going to, it's like this. If I give you $1 million and said, you can invest in any rap artist you want to out here, but you cannot you cannot put no money in your pocket. It's like, as far as, revenue for you until that $1 million is paid back. Plus, I want, I'm not giving you $1 million just to make $1 million.
Right,
I want to
with
make
that
two.
interest.
Yeah, I want to profit as well. So you can't have a profit until I see a profit. So what are you going to invest in? You're going to invest in what's selling. Yeah. So, I mean, at the same time, and right now, nobody's buying music. When's the last time you bought, you bought, Bars Nice CD, but think about the average individual doesn't pay for music anymore.
Because the average individual doesn't pay for music because they don't see intellectual property with any value.
No, they don't. But at the same time, even more so than that, when it's fucking free,
right?
You know what I mean? Why do I have to pay?
Yep.
I can go on I can Google any site and find any music for free. Yep. So it's just basic economics. Why do I have to pay for somebody's stuff when it's free?
Right.
So. And the music industry is in the tank. They're not making any money like they used to. Nobody's going quadruple platinum no more.
No,
you're lucky if you
numbers no more.
Barely
like 500,000,
right.
200, 100,000.
So on the business aspect of it, you got to be understanding that I'm going to invest my money. If I'm putting $2 million in something, I want $1 million that I'm going to make a return.
No doubt.
The buying audience for music is usually between 18 and 25. So what are they buying? What are they listening to? Right. I have to cater, as a businessman, I have to think about that. You know what I mean? So that's why you get the music you hear it. Right. You know what I mean? So when cats my age bitch and complain about the music they're hearing on the radio, first thing I ask them is, when the last time you paid for music?
What is, whoa.
And
Shop Boss Nice, son.
That's what it comes down to. And like, what was it, a few years ago, when Kendrick Lamar was at lost, I think it was a Grammy or American Music Award to Macklemore. And everybody was bitching, why Kendrick got robbed. I said, how many of y'all bought Kendrick's album?
Right.
I mean, all of this shit is business, man. So you can't take it personal. If you're not, it's no different from voting. If you're not paying for,
son.
If you're not investing in the artists you want to see win, don't get mad when they don't.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same process, man. And so, I mean, like I said, all of these factors are why you're hearing what you're hearing today. It's, I understand it.
Right.
I don't bitch about it. I make music because I need something to listen to. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I don't have to succumb to
nobody else, right?
Man, because like I tell you, I listen to myself more than I listen to anybody else.
So alma mater. How did you? You know what I'm saying? Shout Bars Nice, shout Bully.
Shout
Boy.
out to Bars Nice.
Yo.
Bars Nice, Bully. Me and Bully go way, way back.
How was it? Because that's how I was even introduced to you. I was late. I felt like when
I
was
late because when you called me,
when I called you, you was like, you need to do your homework,
I said,
son.
my man, listen, I'm gonna send you some homework.
I'm
gonna send you some homework.
One other thing. The VCU thing.
Oh, the college class.
The college class.
Yeah.
So bring me up to speed with regard to how you got with Bully on Alma Mater.
And then bring it to the
and then
college.
bring me to VCU.
All right, I got
Shout Virginia Commonwealth University.
Yeah, shout out to VCU. Shout out to Fat Tommy. You know what I mean? My man, yo. And but starting off with the Bully conversation. Me and Bully are going way back. So Bully hit me and he told me about bars. And we created a message group on, was it Messenger or something? We was interacting. Is that how we was interacting in this
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah,
My people.
Yeah, my people. And so me and Bars would go, hey, what's up? And Bully had told me about it. I think he had played, sent me some of your stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to do something with dude. So, and I know Bully, but this is the thing, man. I'm an energy dude, so
Yep.
I
have
have to.
No energy, no work.
I don't care how nice you are. If the vibe ain't there,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Now if you
get
cut
you
me
too.
a check to write.
Right, then the energy might be a little.
It don't matter. It don't, that don't matter. But
create
I
positive
want,
energy.
I like building relationships that move forward. You know
Right,
what I mean? So
right.
we can continue to do work and build something. So, I already knew Bully energy. So I was like, yo, I know if he co-signing Cat,
Right.
first
He
of
good
all,
business.
he gotta be a good dude. Because Bully ain't, he don't tolerate no.
That's right.
No
That's
lackluster.
right.
Nah.
No worries.
Right. So, and Bully's like, yo, I got this joint. And he always so humble when he called me, dude. Like,
Yo,
hey,
King.
yo, King.
Yeah.
Yo, King, I got this joint, man. And, my man, I want you on bars on it, man. He had sent me a few beats before, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, them joints is dope, but I just, just want the one.
Yeah.
So when he sent me this one, I was like, yeah. I said, we got that. I said, yo, because I can hear bars, I can hear me on the joint. So I was like, yeah, that's a go. And so we scheduled, I think I missed the first couple sessions or something.
Yeah,
And
he said he
what
missed
I
the
mean?
first couple
Yo,
sessions.
man, because it's so much going on, man. And I keep telling Bully, like, look, man, don't give up on me, dude. I just got a lot going on. Just, but let's schedule a day. So the last one I said, yo, man, you schedule this day, I definitely gonna be there. So we did that. And I came through and played the track. I didn't have nothing preconceived. And like he said,
So you took like 15 minutes.
Because that's my process. My wife would tell you I'll be in the house with my earphones on, listening to beats, just pacing and coming up with bars. That's how I do it. And so he had the beat playing, and I told my nephew, tell him turn the joint up. So I was in the lobby just pacing around and coming up with bars and came up with it. And it's like, yo, let's do this. And sound, did it. I think I had to go through it a few times, though. It won't no one take. I think I had to go through it a few times, but now we got that joint right. And then with bars and G's, man. I mean, just it was all different elements. It's everything a hip hop record's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's like a little Wu-Tang that was in there. You know what I mean? And everybody had different flows, styles, but everything was the continuity was just there. And so and then with bars, it's like, yo, let's do this video. And the location he had was sick with the graffiti.
Yeah, man, that's how I came in, yo. The graffiti,
That was crazy.
The hoodies, the snapbacks, the visual,
it was
lyrics.
It was all hip hop.
It just, you know what I'm saying? It was like one morning I was coming home from work and I seen Bully talk about we get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I clicked on it. And I was like, wait a minute.
Gang.
I kept, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I kept going back. You know what I'm saying? Shout Bully. I kept going back saying like, yo, where these dudes came from. Like they wasn't on my radar.
Right.
And as you came and you like digested it and you realized that it was like authentic.
And it's one thing about good music, it can't be denied. That's what
right.
I tell people, man.
Right.
I don't care.
Timeless.
That's why that hip hop is the only musical genre that discriminates on an age limit.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't hear that in rock and roll, country music, pop music, any of that. And I never got it. Even when I was a young dude, and older rappers they would call old head. I mean, like, I mean, it's it's art. How can you
Right.
put an age limit on creativity? It's not like being a boxer or a basketball player.
Word.
That is a physical thing where your
Right.
body's gonna wear down. But
Yeah.
music, hip hop is a mental thing.
No doubt.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
So how can, as long as my mind is strong and I'm able to spit these bars, that's
Right.
why, listen, man, these young boys don't want it.
Word.
You call me old again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna embarrass you in front of your whole squad. I will embarrass you in front of your whole squad.
Yo,
You ain't got one bar that can match me.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's my thing, man. And I think the tide on that is turning. I think these young cats are, but let me say this. I think part of that stigma comes from older rappers trying to fit into a young box.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, snap.
And trying to keep up with 21 Savage or, come on, dog, you 40-something years old. You trying to sound like that.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that, man, when you start listening to whatever you listen to, like, I've been listening to, I don't even know what this DJ's name is. Like, Chris Hayes or something. He started playing like the original sample,
Mm-hmm.
and then he blends it into
To the regular
the
song.
regular
hip hop record.
that you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I've been listening to him.
Lonnie B does that.
Yo,
Lonnie B
I was
does
listening
that.
to like the original sample, and then going into what Q-Tip sampled for Midnight
Right.
Marauders.
Right.
And he's for y'all a DJ and know how the crossfader brings you in.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing you from the old
To the new.
to the new.
Right.
He's bringing you to what originally was
Right.
to what it was when you gravitated to hip hop.
Right.
And then he blends it in. And you like, wait a minute. Hold the fuck up.
And it's crazy when it's a old record and they playing it and then it's just that simple little 2-second loop.
Yo!
And then you
I don't
like,
understand.
Damn, I didn't know
Yo,
that was that song.
For us that write lyrics,
Right.
yo, the complication of the ear of the producer.
Yo, that's
like
crazy.
Q-Tip picked 2 seconds
Yeah.
out of this record and looped it to bring you this grand, incredible something that grabbed you by the throat and choked you, and you was like, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
And you just getting it, yo.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, this man's mind was operating to the fact that he just needed 2 seconds out of this original record to give you a whole new record.
In that process, and how tedious is that process?
Word.
Not just that particular record, but how many records he went through to get to that record
Yo.
to find that one piece.
Come on, son.
Hours of listening. My wife would tell you, I will sit and listen to instrumentals for hours until I find that
One little section.
that one song. No, like I don't produce, but when I find that one that beat, that one beat that fits me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get dudes that send me tracks all the time, so I will listen for hours, man, until I find what I'm looking for.
Yo.
Because it gotta be, man.
It gotta be right.
Every gotta be right. I can't do something just to do it. You know
It
what I
seems
mean?
like hip hop artists do constantly. They're more on the search for that perfection.
Yeah.
And it's like nowadays, I
These
don't
days
hear that
it's
search
easier
for perfection
because back now, 20 years ago, man. Listen, everybody want a hot producer.
Right.
Word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, dude, everybody hot. You got so many
Right.
producers out here. So now I'm like in a candy store, like y'all done fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, you put me already. I ain't gotta look that hard no more.
No.
Oh man, listen.
Word.
Y'all done messed up.
Word.
Y'all done really messed up. So, yo, man, it's like a candy store. So I go in and I have fun.
You get shit off the shelf.
What?
Wow.
And I'm
Son.
killing it. Yeah, man.
Yo.
But get back to the VCU thing. I
yeah.
get a call from my man Fat Tommy. He's teaching the class, they have a hip hop history class at VCU now. So he's teaching this class.
Wow.
And he asked if I would come be the guest speaker.
Wow.
On the subject of the difference between MCs and rappers.
Wow.
And so, first of all, I was
difference.
You was overwhelmed.
What?
Yo,
Like,
come on, son.
Like, you got the right dude. I was like, you want me to give you skills number? You looking at skills?
Yo, shout out skills,
Shout out
son.
skills,
Shout
man.
skills.
'Cause, I know skills started last year. You know what I mean? So, but and then not only that, but part of the curriculum was they had to study my Monday Motivation mixtape.
Woo!
And that was even deeper. Like, damn, I'm part of the curriculum too. That's great,
son.
But nah, it was a great experience, man. And they asked me to come back next semester, so I'm gonna do it the next
Yes,
semester
sir.
as well. So,
Yes, sir.
but nah, yeah, man, we're gonna keep it moving forward.
That when you are elevated to a part of hip hop history,
Right, yo,
that's a whole nother,
exactly, man.
like
that's
a
a different.
whole nother.
And that's what I tell people. Like, when I started rapping at 15, my only goal was, I just want to have a hit song.
Yup.
And tour the country and be signed to a record label, be in magazines, and to be respected as an MC in the game. And I've done all that.
Yup.
So everything now is just
icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's just extra. So you know what I mean?
Wow.
And it just feel, I don't care if nothing else happens. It motivates me. You know what I mean? It's like therapy.
Word.
You know what I mean? Especially when you do music like I do, when I talk about my feelings, my emotions, politics, all these things, and I'm rationalizing things as I'm writing the music. So it's like therapeutic at the same time. So, and apparently, some people get something from it, and that's a blessing too. If people, can learn from it or get motivated by it. Right. And that's the biggest thing to me. Like, like the VCU thing. There's no amount of money or award that can be equivalent to that.
Right.
That's a
humbling.
humbling.
Educated people.
So, and that's why I tell artists, and that goes back to the original foundation of the culture. Like, man, it's not. The money is, if money comes, that's great. But if it doesn't come, that's still great. Too. So, you know what I mean? So, because it's not about that. You know what I mean? When I leave, if I die tonight, I know I left something here. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Woo. And I said something to somebody. When I get calls, and I had a dude call me after listening to Motivation Monday. He's like, yo, man, I had to pull to the side of the road, man. It brought a tear to my eye. He really speaking to me.
Sir.
I was like, yo. When that happens, that
you serve your purpose.
What else? No platinum plat can even do. Nah, man.
Right.
That's what I say, man. When you leave something, like that means something to other people.
Right.
Damn, son.
You
I know.
your work.
I got one more question for you.
Okay.
And it's on one of your other songs. I want to know what was the thinking behind "Make God Bleed."
Whoa! Very good question. Very good question.
I can see that video in my head
was
right now.
I believe was the precipice leading up to where I am now, with the Motivation Monday and my whole positive attitude these days. At that time, I think it was like 2012, something like that. It was a theme going on in the industry. Everybody was using religious rhetoric and symbols like as marketing tools. I think Jay-Z had the
Jehovah.
No, I want that. What was the name of that? The Holy Grail record.
Oh, yeah.
Kanye had the Yeezus record. All this was coming out at the same time, but nothing they were saying was pertinent to spirituality, God,
come on, son,
or anything like that.
Word.
And it became like a marketing tool to sell records. So I was like, yo, man, it just got corny to me. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna address this. Right. And that's just me, yo. If I see something or hear something, I don't have all the answers. I'm not here to say that I'm right about everything, but if I feel like what you're saying is not conducive to our community, because let's be 100, hip hop is the only music that speaks devastation into our community.
Yeah.
So somebody got to give you the alternative.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, man, it's just got crazy, man. You're talking about God and religion, but the subject matters and what it's nothing you saying that's relative to that. Word. So I just felt a need to put that on, blast. Wow. You know what I mean? So that's what that came from.
Look, y'all. Markel Prines, Corey Fauconier, Big Sty. If they trying to catch you on social media, son.
Where can you
hit me on
break it down.
Facebook at Sty Lynch. And on Instagram at Big Sty 804. And the music streaming everywhere, so you can find it on Spotify, Tidal, whatever you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the.
Hey, make sure, I'm sorry.
You good, son?
Make sure you check out Bars and Ice Sample Situations.
Yo!
And my boy G's Finest. Happy birthday, G's Finest.
Happy birthday,
and the Blue Kiosk CD just dropped. Check that joint out. Joint crazy, man.
Bully Boy, Bully Camp.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, man. I'm just so hyped right now.
I know it, and we done had this.
We had this, son.
Yeah, E&J is kicking in.
E&J is kicking in, son. Son.
Or as my cousin would say, everyday journey.
Tell E&J,
everyday journey.
I want my check, E&J.
Yes.
You ain't getting this shit again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big Sty, Markel Prines, the guy, Corey Fauconier cursing, Bars Nice, Bully Boy, Mike Dickinson, Reggie Ford,
my wife Tanisha.
Hey! Tanisha. You know what I'm saying? This is Talks Over Drinks, 804. Cheers.
Cheers. This is inspired by my granddaughter Kaylani. In these crazy times we live in, it made me feel like we still got hope. Come on.
We're real strong people. We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
Sweeter the juice, the darker the grape is. The deeper the melanin, the stronger the faith is. And in your DNA is what great is. And when it comes to seeing change for us, the slower the pace is. We gotta realize we need each other. We believe in God, but we don't even believe each other. Hate the way they treat us, but look at how we treat each other. Bro, we gotta learn to follow before we lead each other. Listen, the purest bloodline runs deep inside us. A legacy of kings, innovators, and freedom fighters. This is what they gave up their life for. We inherited the struggle. It's something that we still gotta fight for. Just remember how precious you are. Cause reality and dreams are never too far apart. And some days you might get down, and some days you feel depressed. Just remember these 3 words whenever you are.
We're real strong people. We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
They tell me life is short, so don't waste yours. Everybody got dreams, don't be scared to chase yours. And change ain't just something you pray for. And happiness is something nobody can give you or pay for. So keep your head to the sky, cause he's always right by your side. And every winner takes a loss, but a loser is somebody that was too scared to try. Look, remember the struggle ain't never done. I pray you make this cold world a better one. But make your own rules, cause it's always gonna be somebody trying to tell you how to do what they never done. Just remember how precious you are, cause reality and dreams are never too far apart. And
Some days you might get down and some days you feel depressed. Just remember these 3 words whenever you
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
In VA we say ATL they say in Fort Worth they say yeah. In BX they say yeah. Come on. Yeah. Bring it back one more time.
Pull up a chair and let's chill. Let's party, let's talk and let's build. Yeah, alright. Let's talk over drink.